Welcome back. We start with a big NDTV impact. Veera, Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis today spoke on the violence by M&S workers, stressing on strong action against the assaulters, sending out a strong message. Now, this is after a Thane shopkeeper was assaulted by Raj Thackeray's party workers a few days back. In fact, the shopkeeper had allegedly refused to speak in Marathi, following which M&S supporters had rained blows on him.
Well, NDTV, remember, has been tracking this story consistently, bringing you not just the voices from the ground, but also how nobody can take law in his own or her own hands in any state. Let's just listen in to what the Chief Minister said today.
देखिए, मीरा रोड की घटना के तुरंत बाद एफआईआर भी दाखिल हुआ और कार्रवाई भी हुई है। इस प्रकार से कोई भाषा के आधार पर गुंडागर्दी करेंगे तो हमारी सरकार उनको छोड़ेगी नहीं, उनके ऊपर कार्रवाई करेगी। मैं वापस कह रहा हूं, स्वभाषा का अभिमान होना चाहिए, मातृभाषा का अभिमान होना चाहिए, पर उसको आगे करके अगर कोई गुंडागर्दी करेगा तो सहन नहीं किया जाएगा।
Well, there's finally a ray of hope for the victim of the Meera Road case, where 7 M&S workers hit him, assault him and threaten him that they would ruin his business and his life. After Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis' comment on the case stating that no tolerance will be taken and no violence will be tolerated in Maharashtra when it comes to the legacy of Marathi language, it is now that also the victim in the case demanding justice, stating that stringent action should be taken against the accused in the case. Whereas at this point, it is also the M&S workers who tried justifying their deeds, stating that whatever they did, they think it's not faulty, and also in the future, if people are not willing to speak in Marathi or they do not learn the language of Marathi, they will be dealt with violence. For now, it is the Chief Minister's comment, and at the same time, the charge sheet that has been filed in the case. Now, all of the 7 accused in the case will be presented in the court. Shocking details that emerged were that on the night of 29th of June, when the incident happened, there was only NC that was registered as per the procedure, and thereafter on the 1st, when the victim, he also got in touch with his other trade unions. They then registered an FIR in which all of the accused were taken to the police station. They were kept there for some time, and thereafter they were released after the legal team reached because of section 35 of the BNS that was implied in the case. From Meera Road with video journalist Praveen G. Rohit, this is Sujata Dwivedi reporting for NDTV.
Well, Veera, there is some hope that the people who perpetrated violence in Maharashtra will be finally arrested, something that everyone is hoping for. Moving on to the state of Uttar Pradesh, that also has a lot of identity issues, identity politics. Kanwar Yatra has become the latest flashpoint in Uttar Pradesh between the Samajwadi Party and the BJP. A Muslim dhaba worker was assaulted and humiliated after revealing that he was using a Hindu name to avoid harassment during the Yatra season. Now, his attackers allegedly pulled down his pants to verify his identity. The video went viral, sparking outrage.
It's outrageous, completely unacceptable, absolutely unacceptable. Meanwhile, the Uttar Pradesh government has enforced strict rules. Shops must display owner names, and food licenses and meat and alcohol sales are banned on the Yatra route. The Supreme Court, remember, had issued a partial stay clarifying that while food safety labeling is valid, personal identity disclosure is absolutely not mandatory, Vasudha.
That is right, Veera. Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav and opposition parties have slammed the BJP, calling this a deliberate attempt to communalize a spiritual event, a religious event, specifically with the elections closing in. And the BJP has claimed that these steps are meant to ensure safety and hygiene for lakhs of devotees, and the party has also accused the opposition of minority appeasement. Now, this controversy happens every year. Who does it benefit? What does it change about our society? To talk about all of this, we will be joined by a panel of guests. But first, let's listen in to some reactions.
वही सरकार को यह ध्यान रखना चाहिए था कि हर वर्ष सावन में कावड़िया बड़े संख्या में अन्य प्रदेशों से भी उत्तर प्रदेश में आते हैं। उनको सुरक्षित यात्रा, उनके लिए पवित्र स्थान, उनके खाने पीने से लेकर के ठहरने का जो इंतजाम करना चाहिए था। जहां ये बड़े बड़े कॉरिडोरों पे हजारों करोड़ रुपए खर्च कर रहे हैं, वहीं कांवड़िया यात्रा के लिए भी इनको कॉरिडोर बना करके उन्हें सुरक्षित रास्ता देना चाहिए था और जिलाधिकारी से लेकर के सबको लगा देना चाहिए था, जिससे उनको सुरक्षित व्यवस्था मिलती है।
तो सुरक्षित कांवड़ के लिए ये सभी प्रबंध जो है सरकार की मंशा अनुसार किए गए हैं और इस पर लगातार काम चल रहा है। 11 तारीख से श्रावण मास का जो मुख्य जो मूवमेंट है वो शुरू हो जाएगा, लेकिन पहले भी कुछ कांवड़िए जो हैं उनका मूवमेंट चल रहा है इस समय। तो ड्यूटी भी हम लोगों ने पहले से ही लगा दी और कैमरे भी काफ़ी पहले से हमने एक्टिवेट कर दिए। जिला कंट्रोल रूम तो रहेगा ही, जो प्रमुख हमारे मंदिर हैं वहाँ पर भी एक कंट्रोल रूम बनते हैं। इसके अलावा यहाँ रेंज में भी, मेरे ऑफिस में भी एक जो आईपी कैमरे हैं उनका कंट्रोल फीड आ चुका है। जोन लेवल से मॉनिटरिंग होगी।
वो पुलिस प्रशासन देखेगा। आप कौन हो 24 घंटे की लोगों को अल्टीमेटम देने वाले, उनको पैंट उतरवाने वाले? और अब मैं आपसे अगर पूछने लगूंगा आप हिंदू हो, अपने आप धोती खोल के दिखाओ, ये कोई ठीक बात लगेगी? आपको नहीं लगेगी ना, बुरी बात लगेगी ना आपको। ये किसी के लिए भी, कोई भी आदमी को अगर इस तरीके से बोला जाएगा वो खराब बात होगी, गलत बात होगी। तो ये बात क्यों करी जाए?
नहीं, आपको ये किसने अधिकार दिया है प्रश्न करने के लिए? आप भी अगर भोजन करने लगे, आपको शंका हो जाए, आप भी आधार कार्ड मांगोगे।
मैं क्यों मांगूंगा आधार कार्ड सर? मेरा क्या मतलब है आधार कार्ड मांगने का?
मीडिया वाले कुछ ऐसे हो गए हैं, ये मीडिया वाले अपने को सेकुलर दिखाते हैं, ये भी ध्यान रखना।
सेक्युलर दिखाने की जरूरत क्या है? ये देश सेक्युलर है, सेक्युलर रहेगा?
नहीं, मीडिया में
देश सेक्युलर है, किसने कहा है?
नहीं, देश सेकुलर नहीं, ये सापेक्ष है, ये सनातन धर्म का।
किसने बताया? सरकार ने आपको बताया?
नहीं, सरकार से क्या होना?
देश का जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है, एक मिनट सुन लीजिए, आप पहले सुनिए। नहीं, देश तो सेक्युलर है, आपके कहने से देश सनातन नहीं होगा।
नहीं, आपके कहने से भी सेकुलर होगा। क्यों?
देश तो कानून से चलता है ना। सरकार आपकी कहती है कि ये देश सेक्युलर है।
मैं कह रहा हूँ आपके
सरकार आपकी ये कहती है कि देश सेक्युलर है। आपका जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है, संविधान चलेगा ना। देश संविधान से चलेगा? किस देश संविधान से और कानून से चलेगा क्या, या मेरे और आपके कहने से चलेगा?
देखिए,
पता, पहले आप मुझे ये बताओ, देश किससे चलेगा?
आप प्रश्न कर रहे, उत्तर तो लो।
पहले उसका जवाब तो दो। पहले आप जवाब तो दो। देश संविधान से चलेगा, कानून से चलेगा? किससे चलेगा?
हिंदी भाषा बोलो।
किससे चलेगा? संविधान हिंदी है, संविधान और कानून हिंदी है।
आप हमें ये बताइए, सनातन धर्म के हिंदू देवी देवताओं का के बोर्ड लगाने का, हिंदुओं के नाम से खाद्य पदार्थ की दुकान चलाने का मुसलमानों को सर्टिफिकेट किसने दिया? आपने उनसे नहीं पूछा?
सरकार करेगी ना वो काम। आप क्यों करोगे
ना?
आप कौन हो?
आवाज उठाएंगे ना।
आप आवाज उठाओ। आप ढाबों पे जाके लोगों से कैसे आधार कार्ड पूछ सकते हो? किसने आपको आधार दिया है?
पूछने का अधिकार है।
Okay, joining us now is Anila Singh, spokesperson BJP. We have Dr. Ashutosh Verma, national spokesperson Samajwadi Party. We also have Professor Sajjan Kumar, who's a writer and political analyst. Thank you all of you for joining us. Anila, ma'am, to you first. If the UP government really wants to put in place a safe Kavad Yatra season, it really has to crack down on these vigilante groups who are going around asking people to identify themselves. Isn't that something that the government, the administration should be doing?
My Ram Ram to all, and you are absolutely correct. It is the work of the government, and nobody should take law in his or her own hands. And if somebody like goes in a restaurant or a dhaba or anywhere and they start checking out the identities, like they can very well ask about the name of the owner, about the name of the cook who is cooking the food, and etc. etc. But if somebody says, okay, you give me your Aadhaar card, or they want to check physically also that which religion that person belongs to, that is absolutely unacceptable to any sensible person, I'll say so. But the bad part is when the political parties like Samajwadi or the Congress, they start politicizing the matter into Hindu and Muslim.
But Anila, before I go to the opposition spokesperson, they are saying that it is because of the directives that the Yogi government has put in place, including, putting up of nameplates, checking of identities, and also ensuring that every eatery is vegetarian. These rules have empowered, emboldened Hindutva and, other groups to sort of do these activities.
This was started by Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav. He had issued this order that all the dhabas and the restaurants, they have to display their name and the and the plate which describes everything about the restaurant. All right. If these people were not doing so, the present government asked that you have to do it, and especially during the Kavad Yatra time, they should do. Because, Kavad Yatris, we know that the type of journey they take, it's very tough, and they want to eat sattvic food. Just allow me to complete. They want to eat sattvic food. Just allow me.
I understand the sentiments, but the question is, Anila Singh, the question really is that is the messaging strong enough? Before we go to the Samajwadi Party and the analyst on the panel, is the messaging strong enough? While you say that it's unacceptable here, is there a strong message that goes across to people, turn around and say it's absolutely unacceptable? The force of the law at that place down there. Somewhere there is a condoning of that kind of behavior.
Uttar Pradesh government never ever entertains if law is being taken in his or her own hands. But at the same time, as I mentioned earlier, these political parties, they want to advocate for one particular religion. They want to ridicule other particular religion, which is of majority population. And they try to say, okay, a Bhagwadhari is heading Uttar Pradesh government. So any person wearing Bhagwa represents him. Okay. Just now I was listening to your correspondent as well when he was questioning the so-called accused, according to many. He said, "Aapki sarkar." Sarkar sabki hoti hai, sahab. He said, "Aapki sarkar ye कहती है, आपकी सरकार वो कहती है." This is what your correspondent was saying.
Okay, that's a very important point. Yeah, that's Dr. Verma.
हमारी सरकार कहती है कि secular रहो. हमारी सरकार कहती है कि धर्मनिरपेक्ष रहो. आपकी सरकार, because he was wearing Bhagwa. That is
okay. Dr. Verma, Anila Singh is talking about something very important. She's saying that these are other people in the society who don't really are not part of the government. How can the government actually ensure that everybody follows everything that it says? It's not that these are all BJP people, is what she's saying.
Thank you, Vasudha, and thank you, Raghav, for giving me the opportunity. This is nothing but extension of what Yogi Adityanath has teaches to the people of Uttar Pradesh. You see, it's an extension of 80 and 20 ki ladai. The chief minister spoke about cutenge to batenge, and now the society is polarized like this. Ki anybody who is going to have a Muslim or non-Hindu, he has to be checked by open his private parts and checked by these hooliganisms. I think Bharatiya Janata Party is always in the part of this. They want to communalize the society, and this is basically their modus operandi since the inception of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Now the society has been divided like this. Anybody who is wearing even a green color, even his name is like something like Muslim, he has to be tortured by these outfits of the Bharatiya Janata Party. It may be Vishwa Hindu Parishad, Bajrang Dal or them.
But Mr. Verma, the accusation is that you are taking this issue up because it is minority appeasement. Yeah. It's a political necessity for the Samajwadi Party to take the issue up. You are not taking it up in spirit.
Yes.
Okay, so Raghav, if I am taking the issue, or Samajwadi Party is taking issue, the Samajwadi Party has always taken the issue since the inception of party. But who is the man? We don't go and check the private parts of the hotel restaurant owner. It is the persons who are the basically discipline of Bharatiya Janata Party or the outfit of Bharatiya Janata Party. We are opposing all these things. Even the Supreme Court has given a clear-cut verdict. You have to mention on your shop it is veg or non-vegetarian. Need not to mention your religion or your name. Right. Then why you are communalizing all these things?
Okay.
Basically, the problem.
Okay. That's a very important point.
Vasudha, let me.
Yeah.
The problem is the Hindu religion is basically Hinduism is a calm, a very non-violent religion. And what Bharatiya Janata Party has made it make it a hooliganism, it make it a violent, and they want to show that we are now covering across the religion and we will do what we would like to do.
Okay.
This way or that
Sachin
way.
Kumar, this is a larger debate as to who is polarizing, the entire politics of UP, because, there's one party talking about religion, the other party is talking about caste. But, an incident like this, a person working in a dhaba humiliated openly, something that everyone, condones. Is there political scoring, or at least there is a sense that there is, is there some sense of, is there a weaponizing of Kavad Yatra by both political parties here?
Vasudha, see, there are two aspects which is at stake here. One, you see, we are witnessing not just in UP, but across India in various parts, the questions of popular sensibilities. You have question of religious sensibilities, you have question of linguistic sensibilities, and these are valid sensibilities. People have their sensibilities, and therefore governments come up with directives and they have the modus operandi. That is one part. Second part is also the rise of, these vigilante groups. And primarily the ones who do not have any stake in the society. They are the lumpens of the society. They are the ones who try to create trouble by encashing these sensibilities, by trying to emerge as savior and taking matters in their hand, and thereby they end up creating the trouble. So that you find, this is the question of Kanwar Yatra, religious sensibilities. Government already have the directives, and it is the job of the government to implement those directives, right? And similarly, you see something that happened in Maharashtra on the question of linguistic sensibilities. Again, you see vigilante group coming and creating havoc and humiliating the people. This has happened in other parts of India also, and therefore, what is emerging is a pattern of lumpen elements who you do not find being in news for any positive contribution to the society. Suddenly they are treating these popular sensibilities as a plank to create a name. Now, therefore, it is
You're
the
making
job of the government to be extremely careful, extremely watchful
You're
of
making a-
these elements, because they are the ones who are always looking for quick way to get fame by creating the trouble. No, so that is why it's not
You're making
just
a very, very
Kanwar
important
Yatra.
point, and it's true, as you point out, across India in several states. The question is that is there a social sanct to it, Vasudha?
Yeah.
And also whether it is time to curb down categorically, whether it is Maharashtra, whether it is in Uttar Pradesh, whether it is in Karnataka, on these lumpen elements across the board. It's the job of the governments to crack down heavily on them to send a message.
Absolutely, Veera, and even incidents like this, instances of violence like this, in fact, bring down the sanctity of Kanwar Yatra, the whole spiritual basis for this, which is what attracts lakhs of people across the country.
That's right. Thanks very much to all our guests for joining us here this evening.